him, make sure he get elected in the U.S. Congress. That will be our biggest proud. Congratulations, and then we pray and hope we will all work for you. Make sure it works. Okay.
Well, I see in line with Dr. Zahid, who is one of our junior colleague here. Dr. Zahid, would you like to say a few words?
Hi, everybody. Assalamu alaikum. This is Dr. Zahid. I recently moved to US and also in New York City, and I'm learning from you guys. But from my side, I'm trying my best to support Dr. Huq, maybe silently, because I still need to learn from you guys. And I'll be always for Dr. Huq. Anytime when I'm free, just give me a call. I'll try my best to support you. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Advocate Muzibul Rahman, Muzibai, please. You can you need to unmute yourself last. Yeah, Muzibai, you need to unmute yourself, please. Yeah, your microphone is still unmute. Not unmuted. Yeah, now it's okay. Yeah, fine.
Assalamu alaikum. This is Advocate Muzibul Rahman. I have been living in New York City almost 40 years, and I was closely looking at candidate in a mainstream with whom I can work. I support a lot of other candidates before. Oh, by the way, I am one of the world wisher of the ASAL, but did not physically involved. I never physically involved, but I always wish them all the best. Anyway, I was closely looking at Dr. Huq for a while, and I was really excited, and I am really happy. Whatever I have a jurisdiction, I am working with him very closely. I'm trying. So I wish you all the best, and looking forward to all of us come together and join this mission. Thank you.
Thank you, Muzibai. Next, I see Ghulam Farooq Shaheen Bhai from Suffolk County here. So, Shaheen Bhai, please introduce yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ghulam Farooq Shaheen. I am living in Long Island, District 02 in Suffolk County. And actually, I'm the ASAL chapter Long Island. He's the executive director. And I am doing a lot of things in the Long Island. Very much he's the pandemic COVID, and then he's the census, and I do he's the some election before he's the Dr. Muzibul Huq. I work for his the Luba Kishian. He's also candidate here before in Suffolk County, District 02, and I work for his the Jackie Gordon. She also candidate in the before is the District 02, and this time I'm really congratulate our own community, Dr. Muzibul Huq. He is a candidate of the District 02, and I'm so really proud about this. When I heard it, that Dr. Muzibul Huq is the next congressman candidate in the District 02, I'm really honored this one. I think so. This is the icon for our Muslim community. Basically, our Muslim community is this mainstream politics is the minority community. So I think so that we are all together, one hand, and we do how we win the Dr. Muzibur Rahman. How is our next agenda? And what is everything discussed today here, and here is our very big person and our community icon in the ASAL national president, Mr. Misbauddin Bhai, and I want to he also say to how do we work for the Dr. Muzibul Huq, and all our participants. You guys give me the advice. How could be Dr. Muzibul Huq? He is the run this election. Thank you so much. We'll talk to later. Thank you.
Good. Okay.
Thank you, Shaheen Bhai. Ghulam Farooq, Farooqi bhai, would you like to say and unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please? Mohammad Farooqi bhai.
Yeah, Assalamu alaikum. This is Mahmoud Faruqi from Untitled Chapter. Actually, I don't know that is District 2 or District 3. I don't know that one, but is Dr. Muzibul Huq sahab he is our community people. So we want to full support to him, our community side also. But it's Ahmadiyya Muslim movement, Ahmadiyya movement of Islam. So our this side I am is whatever help need Mujibur Rahman subs we will help.
Thank you, Farooqi bhai. Next, Salim bhai, would you like to say something, please? usanewsonline.com. Salim bhai is making us online. So, I would like him to introduce himself, please.
Thank you, Mohammad Shakbat Hussain Shalim, editor usanewsonline.com. This program broadcasting USA News Online, you can see USA News Online Facebook page, usanewsonline.com. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, thank you, Salim bhai. Now I see Fazlur Rabbi bhai is online. Rabbi bhai, would you like to unmute yourself and introduce yourself, please? He's an ex-General Secretary of the Bangladesh Society here in America. So, Fazlur bhai, Rabbi bhai, would you like to introduce yourself for a minute, please?
Well, you already told about me. Nothing can say new. But anyway, let me listen first. Then I will participate in the conversation anyway. A little bit later, I just join anyway.
Thank you. Next, I can ask who I see. I say Mohammad Tahir bhai is here. If you would like to introduce yourself, please unmute yourself and say so.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Mohammad Tahir. I used to live in New York City. So Advocate Muzibul Rahman by just introducing Mr. Huq. And I'm the well-wisher, and I hope he's going to get through this time. And as a community, you need to work together and, at the finish line. So I want him good luck. And if he needs help from the outside the US, in New York City, we try to help him out. So, but I'm the well-wisher. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tahir bhai. Salim Adamji bhai, would you like to say, unmute yourself and say a few words, please? Salim Adamji bhai, you want to introduce yourself? You need to unmute yourself, please.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. My name is Salim Adamji, and I live in Farmingdale. And I have been, I have worked with Shine Bhai and Halal Bhai, and we worked in a different campaigns of different candidates in so many occasions. And we have been working with MDQE and other Bangladeshi organizations together. And I myself has been a member of so many organizations as well as business community too. I'm a very old member of Farmingdale Chamber of Commerce and U.S. Chamber of Commerce. And I've been involved with BASNI and also Jaralabad Association. Originally, I'm from a city called Sylhet, Bangladesh. And my wife is my business partner, as well as she works in the hospital too. And we have been living in America for the last 40 years. So I would like to hear from Dr. Muzibul Huq more, because I never had the chance to introduce myself to him, and I never had the chance to know him. I found these informations from my friends, such as Misbah Bhai and Shine Bhai, and from all them. But I would like to emphasize on few things, because in so many occasions, our community, you guys can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Your picture. Can you see your picture, please?
Okay. I will add the picture, but at the moment I'm driving. Okay, so you will see my beautiful picture very soon. No worry.
No, I am worried. Thank you very much.
Okay, so what I was about to say is, you see, in our community, I have seen that in previous elections, and that people get so much emotion to take part in the election and the outcome is not that fruitful. Okay, I don't want to work hard for someone's campaign and don't want to see the result. Okay, so I would like to hear from Dr. Muzibul Huq his thoughts and his plans, that what difference is he going to make as a congressman, and what actual vision he has, and how many organizations he has past experience with, and about his candidacy, I don't know. So I would like to know more details from him, that work organization he is involved, what community work he has done, how many people know him, and how he introduced himself, and how he's going to present himself, so that we, the workers, don't work for anything. We want to see a good result. Okay, of course, as a newcomer in this upcoming election or in future election, we always intend to do better, because we are very new in this political system. So my utmost request to Dr. Muzibul Huq, that two things is very important in the election, and one of them is to get a good campaign manager and a good speech writer. Okay, and you have to have a good plan which will be sellable, and people will accept it. Because one thing I believe, that we have to be better, not just like everybody else. Okay, Dr. Muzibul Huq will have to prove that he is better than 10 other candidates. Okay, and for that, I would like to hear from him what exact plan he has. Okay, and not just that we will be running and we'll be jumping around and hey, Muzibul Huq is gonna win. At the end, no, it's not gonna happen. The reality is different. It's a very highly competitive world. And we have to come up with the exact plan. Otherwise, everybody's hard work will go in vain. Okay, please don't get me wrong when I'm saying it. Because I'm talking to everyone with a very open heart, and I have seen it in past, that we work so hard, and if the candidate is not powerful enough, it is not going to be accepted in the American community. And not to forget that
Salim bhai, sorry, I would rather like to listen from you in details, and maybe we would like to talk about it.
Sure.
But I would like to give others the chance to talk as well. Introduction. So I'm sorry to interrupt you for a minute, and I will move on to. I see Halal bhai has joined us. Misbahuddin. Misbah bhai, will you like to introduce yourself, please?
I have one request. People who are not talking, please mute yourself, so there shouldn't be any background noise.
Sorry, I'm in the car right now. I'm coming back to my home from Stony Brook. And this is Abul Misbahuddin. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Thank you for joining our Zoom meeting. I hope we will all contribute to a certain extent as per our ability towards the success of Dr. Muzibul Huq. And I think today's event is only for Dr. Muzibul Huq will address what he will do and how he will do. So he will introduce us with all some national election system of New York. And so I'll prefer not to talk too much. I'll like to listen to Dr. Muzibul Huq today, and he wants to describe us certain things that we need to know. And later on the later meeting, we'll discuss so many things. So I think today's time is short. So, and I joined lately. So I would request Dr. Muzibul Huq to address us. He wants to say to us. Thank you.
Yes, Halal bhai, thank you so much. I will just not take too much time. I say my brother-in-law Mr. Jaman is here, so I will give him a minute to introduce himself. Dulal bhai, can you unmute? I see you are unmuted, and if you want to say in a short way, please.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My brother-in-law, Muzibul Huq. Just few things that I know. 1988, when I was in, he was in Scotland, I think. Yes, I remember that he was busy with a political party over there. I forgot the name. Then back in country, I think in Bangladesh, he's the first one, if I'm not mistaken, that started this medical college, private medical college, and his progressive political attitude made him a lot of enemies, looks like to me. So he is engaged in politics for a long time. And this is an amazing, very unusual thing that somebody is running for the, the Congress like people like us. So I hope and pray that he's going to go for it. This is an unique idea. Thank you so much for everybody.
Thank you, Dural Bhai. I see Sangolea Society President Muhammad Shahid Bhai is here with us. And I see also, thank you, Shahid Bhai, for joining us. I see another cousin of mine, Didar, is also probably driving. Let us, and I also see, our community member here, Aslam Bhai. Is that Aslam Bhai? Yes, Assalamu alaikum, Aslam Bhai. I see you are, as if you are, you want to say something, you need to unmute yourself and just say a short few words if you like, please.
Anyway, I get in actually. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone.
Walaikum assalam, Shahid Bhai.
Yes, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I just want to say 2 words that, mashallah, your campaign is very good. We try, inshallah, we will be fully supporting you. We make it, dua to Allah, inshallah, Allah makes you a kamyab. Successful about that, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Just driving, but I'm fully supported with you, inshallah.
Thank you, Aslam Bhai. He's one of the Pakistani brothers in our community here in Nassau County. But I say that about 20 people are already participating on the screen here. So I better move on. And at the time, as I see, is 2:27, nearly 2:30 already. So we have half an hour time left to close it, because it's Sunday. I don't want to tax people's time too much. Everybody has their own things to do. So let us focus on what we actually are in the situation at this time. I wanted to update the election situation for 2022, the midterm election that is coming up in November. As you know, this year election date is November 8. And before November 8 election, which is the midterm election, and the Congress election that I'm a candidate in, we have the primary to cross. And through the primary election, the parties get their candidates, the nominees selected, as you know, here in America. So the primary election for this year is scheduled for June 28. So June 28 primary election is an election between the intra-party election. It is an election between the candidates running for the party nomination. At this minute, at this time, in this particular seat, that Congressional District 2, there are 3 candidates, including myself. I am one of the 3 here. So there's another 2 other candidates. And with those 2 candidates, 3 candidates, there will be the primary in June 28. But before that June 28 primary election, we have to qualify to be a candidate. And that is what we are facing right now. Right now, at this moment, our task is to qualify me as a candidate for the primary, which will be held in June 28. And the requirement, the precondition for that primary election, right? For the precondition for that primary election is to get 1,250 signatures from the registered Democrat of that district 02. That is the time. That is the task that we have to
Excuse me, please mute. If you don't talk, mute. Sound is coming.
Yes,
background sound is coming.
Yes.
If you don't talk, please mute.
I would like people, those who have the background sound, please, can you mute yourself, everybody?
No, you can mute others too. Dr. Hawk, you can
Yes,
mute,
I'm trying
mute
to
others.
find out, the mute button, but
Mute
I'm
all.
having difficulty. I
There
don't
is a
know.
button say mute all.
Mute
So you
all.
can
Yes, I'm
mute
trying to do that, and so let me see if I get that to do. But I just, for some reason, I'm not getting it right now. Anyway, let me continue. The point is that this year, March, 1st of March, beginning 1st March 1st, 2022, up until 3rd of April, is the time, this 1 month and 3 days time, for us to get signatures to qualify a candidate to be on the ballot for the primary. So the 3 candidates that we are in the field, we all 3 are trying that. We all 3 are getting ready to get the signatures. The signatures will be collected from 1st of March up to 3rd of April. On the 4th of April, we have to be submitting, from the 4th of April, which is a Monday, from Monday through Thursday, we have to be submitting those 1,250 signatures in Albany. And once we do that, and we are planning to get more signatures, because there has to be a verification of every signature. So we are planning to collect around 3,000 signatures, if possible. If not possible, it can come down to, but no less than 2,000, just in case, to be on the safe side, for 1,250 signatures. So last election, there were 2 candidates that did that. So this election also, we are planning that I can be one of the 2 at the minimum. There at this moment, as I said, there are 3 candidates. So our target is coming 1st of March. My team should be ready to start collecting signatures, and we will have 33 days to collect 1,250 signatures. Now the question is, do we have enough people in the field, as a volunteers? That's what we basically, this meeting is about. We are trying to figure out and to set people to locate our team. We are trying to organize 10 different teams and working with 10 different zip code and around 10 different mosques that are likely being there in that district too. So each of the team, we are planning that, say, on Sunday, on Friday, we start with the Zumba in the mosque, and on Saturday, we approach say, for example, a temple in the area, and on Sunday, we approach the church in the area, and Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and during the rest of the days, we can be, rotating around the mosques and rotating around the churches and the synagogue and the church and the temple, right? And all the other places, they say shopping complexes, or, in front of a school, if possible, if our logistic, if our manpower can be available, can do that. But our plan is that those 10 different teams will cover starting from March 1 all the way to April 3. Our requirement is 3,000 signatures, say, for example, and the minimum 2,000, because 1,250 is the actual official requirement. Okay, to do that, we need a team of 10 different teams, maybe a team of 3 to 5 people in each of the 3 to 5 people in each of the teams. So starting to say from 30 to 50 volunteers, right? We are not, at this time, we are not having any paid staff to do it. We are depending on the volunteers to give us their name, to come forward with their names and their timings, what time of the day, week, what time of the day they can spare for us. And we will assign them the zip code, the mosque, the area with our local volunteer. So this is what basically at this time this situation is. Now I'm going to show you the form that we have to get signature on, right? That is what basically what we will have to get to be ready with. This is what the main task is for a candidate to survive this phase of the election. Okay, now what are we going to do? What are we going to will be our agenda? What is our manifesto for the election? The main manifesto is for the election is I am a Democratic candidate. The main manifesto is the Democratic Party manifesto. But every candidate for every area have their own local issues as well. Local issue of say the healthcare issue is number one at this time of the year. At the we are passing through the pandemic, as you all are aware of. You know that is one of the highest priority. The next highest priority is what the Democratic Party agenda is, that build back better. The infrastructure, President Biden was on a trip in Philadelphia last week, and right that the day he arrived there, and half an hour before his arrival, right there, a bridge on a highway collapsed because the bridge was 100-year old and the bridge was not replaced. The bridge didn't have a repair that was pending, and the bridge collapsed. Luckily, there was the school shut down that morning, and otherwise maybe few hundred people would be dead there. So, as you know, the infrastructure bill is pending in the Congress, and that is one of the main agenda that will create jobs, that will create a lot of economic activity, economic growth. Now we are dealing with, at this time, we are dealing with a kind of an inflation, and because of what has happened through the COVID situation, that this country is dealing with a temporary phase of inflation. Now that temporary phase of inflation has to be overcome, and coming up the midterm election, and the midterm election, the control of the Congress is so vital for this government, the Democratic government. If the House flips and the Republicans get the House, or the Senate, as you know, is only 50-50. So everybody is up in taking care of that particular situation, that how can we move forward with the agenda of the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is a party of justice, is a party of the immigrants, is a party of the minorities. Now, we as majority Muslim on the screen here, this gathering is mainly all of us here are Muslim, right? Where is our representation in United States Congress or United States politics? Right now, if we have any issues to raise, if we raise among ourselves only, it is not going to be solved. You need to get to where the power is, where the money is, where the decision is. But if you do not try it, and other people try it, the result is not going to come to you. Now, three of us are candidates. So the decision is to be taken between who you are going to choose, who you are going to vote for. I believe you all believe in that. So we go to the community and say, okay, do we have a candidate? Did you have a candidate in the last election, in the last 20 election, or last 50 years? You didn't have a candidate. Now, if either you become a candidate yourself, or if you have a candidate, please support that candidate. So this is what we are going to be going ahead with. We are going to work with the Bangladeshi community, the Pakistani Indian Muslim community, Hindu community, Buddhist community, all the different minority communities, and Latino communities, the African communities, and also we as part of this greater society, we will also get our support from the majority community, the white community. Now, white community is not going to say, oh, this is a brown guy or this is a black guy, that's what we are going to support him or not support him. No, they come through the political party line. They say, oh, this is a candidate of the Democratic Party, so he knows what Democratic Party agenda is. Either we take it or not take it. The question is, final decision is, the election is between the Democrats and the Republicans. And our race is to get in the nomination, right? At this stage, our race is to be on the ballot in the primary first. Get that 1,250 signatures, right? Forget about the other bigger agendas. Come and let us work through that 1,250 signatures. I beg you, I say, if you can give your half an hour, 1 hour, 5 hour, 1 day time, let us work, give us that time, and we get that signature. This time I'm the candidate, let us do it for me. Next time you are the candidate, we are going to do it for you. But this is what we need to do, get that 1,250 signatures. And to do that, we are going to get about a month time, 35 days, not from tomorrow, not from today. It is from March 1st. So we have a month time to prepare ourselves, that to station our people and with the logistics, that we can get started from March 1st. And if we can organize that 10 different teams, if we get more teams, say 12 teams, 15 teams, is definitely better. But we are minimum thinking that 10 different teams can be good enough if they can work. So somebody will be available on Monday, somebody will be available on Sunday. Doesn't matter. Whenever you are available, we are going to create a nucleus team with say 3 to 5 people. All 3 to 5 people don't have to be present every day. Say 2 people present on Sunday, two people present on Monday, 2 people present on Tuesday, Thursday, and so on, can make their own arrangement and approach different institutions, different places, and get the signatures going. I personally believe it can work. If we all take that initiative, the local people that will be there, and from outside, we will supplement those people. Say here we have Shine Bhai, we have Hilal Bhai, we have other people here, Faruqi Bhai, and so on. We have all these people. We need to support them with the local team here, right? We will say with Farooq Bhai, we are going to say 2 people from outside. With Shine Bhai, we are going to say 2 people from outside. With Halal Bhai, we are going to say 2 people from outside. With Ruman Bhai, we are going to put 2 people from outside. In Turkish mosque, Yazid and Rami Bhai, they are waiting for us to send 2 people there. So likewise, if we can say in Belal Masjid, we send 2 people from here, 2 people from there, Mustaq Bhai and others, they are there. We are going to supplement their work there. So on the whole, if we can start with 10 teams, with 3 to 5 people, say 3 people, we need 30 people. We have 10 different people on the spot. We have more than 10 people on the spot. If we can supplement with the people from outside, right? You don't have to be there, as I said, every day and not for that many hours. Juma time is in and out, half an hour, 1 hour work, 2 hour work maximum, right? And then rest of the day, you may leave it to someone else, and we see if we can, get a few more signatures there. So that's what basically we are planning, right? There are 3 people in the election. One didn't do it last time. He tried it 2 more times. So most likely he's not going to do it this time either. So in that case, it will be 2 people that running this election. The lady, Jackie Gordon, she was the candidate last time. She raised $4 million, $40 lakhs. And with that, she got defeated against $2 million, the Republican money. And this time she's back again. This time she's back again. I'm not going to, give a big lecture here on her advantage or disadvantage. But this is what between 2 of us this primary is going to be held, looks like. If we can make that 1,250 signatures, the Muslim community at the minimum in Long Island are energized, are united enough and strong enough to get that 1,250 signatures and to put a candidate on the primary ballot. And then comes question, in the primary, can we win? If that 1,000 people that gives us the signature are careful, are watchful, yes, we can win that primary also. Because this is the candidate who lost this election for the party. And I'm more than sure she's not going to, we can win that primary, inshallah, hopefully. But we will have to be united. We have to put the effort behind it. That is what basically I have to tell you this, and particularly today. I'm going to show you now the form that we have.
Can I talk for a little bit?
Yes. My son Philip wants to say a few words. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I'm Philip Huq, son of Dr. Muzibul Huq. I'm helping him with the campaign. So just to clarify what the teams here we're talking about, and I know that my dad has already talked to a lot of you guys about this concept, but the people who has not heard about it yet. So basically, we are still waiting for the final district layout, which is coming very soon. So as soon as the district layout comes finally, we will know what is our district and what are the big center their population there for us to get the signatures from. Obviously, at this point, our contacts are mainly Muslim brothers, you guys, everybody who are helping us. So what we have thought that if we make a functional unit of one, 2 to 3 people, and we will designate them, or they will designate themselves a mosque or another big center where they have no more people, or no, if it's better they know the management. Let's say, for example, Helal Bhai and Shahin Bhai. I'm just giving an example. Let's say they know management of Bayshore Mosque. And please, I don't know anything about politics or organization. You guys are much more experienced and effective than me. Obviously, what I've heard from everybody. So just an idea to garner the most signature, whatever means you guys can think of your team, recruiting more people to collect signatures, maybe talking to the leadership in the mosque to kind of let us distribute like clipboards containing the designating petitions, maybe for 5-10 minutes before or after the big prayers, like how we have the box collecting donations. So maybe we running around in the middle of during khutbah or sometime. So maybe we do a short speech, maybe Shahin Bhai, Hilal Bhai do a short speech and say, hey, this is what's happening, please support the candidate. And then their people distribute maybe 50 or 100 clipboards. Each clipboard will have the designating petition there, and whoever wants to put down their name, they are able to put down their name. Obviously, they have to put down their name, and their address and the phone number. So we will just have to tell that during that short speech, something like that. In this, and we are my dad do this, has done this all his life. He knows exactly how to organize people, how to organize people and get these things. But basically, when he was talking about the teams, that is what we are thinking of. So and another thing is that we have maybe few days of Tarabi will come at the very end of the collection window. We have the 35 days. I think the final 3 days or 2 days we may have Tarabi. Obviously, we don't want to go that far to finish our signature collection. Obviously, we want it all the signatures to be collected within the first week or 10 days or maybe 2 weeks. But if we have to go, that is our big opportunities there as well, because in Tarabi time there are a lot of people there. They're all sitting down. They're all not rushing in and out of the mosque. And also the designating petition is not the only thing. People will put their signature there to designate my dad as a candidate to be on the ballot. But there are rules who can put the signature, which signatures are valid. So basically, bottom line is we will encourage everybody to put down their signatures, and then we will sort out later ourselves whose signatures are valid, whose signatures are not valid. So if they are not registered Democrat Party member, their signatures are not allowed. So if somebody is not registered Democrat, we can call them and see if they would want to be registered as a Democrat. We can do that, but there is a deadline for that. I think the deadline is I'm actually not sure when the deadline is, but we'll find out. But bottom line is that we will encourage everybody to sign, regardless of where they stay. But ultimately, if they have to be a district, they have to be the voter from our district. Otherwise, their signatures will not be valid. But as I said, we will we will recheck the validity later on. We will just throw as many as clipboard with the designating petition there, and just get as many as signatures we can get. And this is what I want to kind of get the point across, is that this time is rapidly coming up. It is gonna come in 1 month time that we have to start this operation. So we need to talk. Yeah, we need to talk to whoever we need to talk to and make this ready. And hopefully we will have a trial run if we can, maybe a week or so before the actual deadline. Yes, Abba. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Philip, thank you, I think, for explaining the process also. I would like to show you the designating petition if I can, because it is already 2:51 and we said we are going to close it down by 3 o'clock. We don't want to, keep you guys waiting that long. Just to give you an idea, if you don't mind, I'm going to take just 2-3 minutes going over some of the forms that we actually have to be, take to the people. So starting with, I'm going to start, bringing 1 or 2 forms online, sharing with you guys. So this is an election result actually from last year. So this is not important. We can look at it later. Maybe I'm going to put up another one. So Philip, you know what? I have the difficulty, coming with the petition that I want to show.
Give me the control and I will do that.
Yeah. Okay. So take the control. Yeah. So give me 1 second. So what is the control? How do I give you the control here?
Right click on. I think you have to right click on my name and make me co-host.
Okay. All right. Okay. Mute chat. Make host. Okay. All right. So you can take that. Do you want to change the host to Philip? Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Okay. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes. This is another important site.
Okay. So this is the website. And I wish everybody to encourage people to sign up and donate in this website. But the designating petition is this one. So we will write the name of the candidate here, and we'll write that this is a Democratic Party, paper, etc. So people will sign their name here, write their residence, and enter town or city, and they can write the printed name. So this come in 5, but we can make it as long as we want. So we will decide either to print this and have 5 names in each column, or to make it like in our way and make like longer versions of it. But anyway, so after people write their name, so there has to be a witness who's witnessing that they're writing their name, and this witness has to be a Democratic Party member as well, but don't need to be from the particular district. So anybody who's registered Democrat can witness the persons signing their names. Again, the persons who will be signing their name for the designating petitions, they have to be the district member, but as I said, we will sort that out later. The witness who will be witnessing this just has to be a Democratic Party voter from New York State. By the end of the day, we have to take these papers each day, end of the day, we will have to have it notarized. And we will contact with notary public. So we were looking to see if we can get the notarization online. Unfortunately, the New York State is starting this online notarization from June 22nd. So for the primary, we cannot do the notarization online. But inshallah, if we cross the primary, we should be able to do, if the notarization is necessary after that online. So this is the paper that we are hoping to distribute in all these places and people to sign them. And so there is not a place for a phone number here. And I don't know if anybody knows that if they can write their phone number as well for us to kind of verify things with them later. So Abba, you can take it.
Okay, all right. So here I go back again. Also, a point of interest is, if I can show you the district that on the current map, and as Philip was mentioning, that the Albany office, the legislature in the Albany, their Senate majority leader and the Assembly Speaker, they came up with a statement day before yesterday that this week the latest, and they were saying within 72 hours, which is by end of the day today, they are going to come up with a decision. So what we practically are thinking is maybe it may take up to the next Friday, maybe latest, this coming Friday. So by coming Friday, we are going to know who exactly are our voters, what are the exact zip code that will be included in the district 2, because we are running for district 2. Our headache is district 2. So who are the actual voters? We are going to get the voter list. The moment we get the voter list, we are going to make multiple copies of that voter list, and 10, 15 copies of that, and make the voter list available to each of the team that we are going to designate according to the zip code, that, and we will contact the area in that moment. We will contact all our leaders that are organizing in the team, in the local team, and the team from outside. Within, say, the operation will be started from 1st of March. So it's still in January. We are today's 30th of January. We have another day or two. Tomorrow is the 31st, and then comes February. We have entire February to put people into groups and set them out at the location, right? So, for example, I see Mahmoud Faruqi Bhai is here from Ahmadiyya, from Amityville. So for Amityville, if we work with him and put 2 more people there with the voter list, with the designating petition, enough copies of the designating petition and other, the banners and posters and all those things. And then he has from 1st March to end of the March, 30 days plus another 2-3 days before we, in the meantime, every day we will be, as Philip was saying, that every day we will be notarizing them. We have to bind them as books and then take them to Albany and deposit it. So we have the point I'm trying to make is we have 30 days here, 30 from today up to 1st of March, we have at least 30 days to prepare ourselves. What we are going to prepare, we are waiting for the voter list. So I say by Friday latest, this Friday latest, we are going to get voter list. And we will be able to supply Faruqi Bhai, Shaheen Bhai, Halal Bhai, and others with the voter list by the end of the week, inshallah. If that happens,
so let me say one point real quick. So basically, from the voter list, what we're trying to see who are already registered voters, right? So we can always, if somebody's, let's say, a lot of our minority people might not be registered, but if we know they want to signature, they want to put our names there, we have the capacity to register them. Everybody, I will send and I will send this link. So basically, from our mobile phone, we can access this website and make anybody a registered Democrat voter. So the voter list will help us to identify who's already registered and who's not registered. So first, the 35 days we will have, we are thinking of, depending on how many volunteers are there on the ground, obviously we will try to collect the bulk of the signature from places like the mosque or other institutions, the clubs, these places. But if we are not reaching enough people and we are not getting enough signature, let's say for in the first 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks, the voter list, we have partnered or we have connected with this company, the L2 Political, and also there is another company that we just signed up with. So they allow you to make a list. Abba, let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So they allow you to make a list of walking. So you just put this list in the hand of a volunteer. He knows exactly walk from what street to what street and from knock on what door to what door. So this is more used in later stage of the voting to get the voters motivated, to talk to them so that they can go out and vote. But we can also use this to collect signature. Now, we don't want to use this because obviously this is, expensive, time consuming. We want to get everything done, before that, preferably from our communities during the prayers and during other gatherings. And
Can I
obviously,
stop you for a second? Philip, can
yes.
you give me for a minute? Now, there are 2 points that I want to make. Number one, 14th of February is the last day for anybody to change parties. Okay, I was trying to show you the website, 14th of February. So from today, 14th of February, if say somebody is by any chance, he's a Republican or independent, he cannot sign our paper. So if he wants to sign our paper, we need to change his affiliation. We need to change what party he belongs to. We need to bring him to a Democratic Party. And we have only up to 14th of February. This is a critical information. Up to 14th of February, if he's on 15th or 16th, he cannot do that. So up to 14th of February, we can change anyone's party affiliation. It's so easy. It just have to sign a new form. Number one. Number two, how do we check that you are in the Democrat or Republican? That is also very easy. On the phone, we are going to show all our leaders, all our volunteers, how to instantly check somebody's status, this voting status. Are you a registered voter? Which party you belong to? Because we need you to be registered voter, because we need you to be Democrat, we have to check that, and that is so easy. Your cell phone can instantly check that. So these are 2 very important points. One is we have to get that done before 14th of February. So within the next week, when we know who is our voter, we are going to come with that information. We are going to check everybody, whether you are a registered Democrat. If not, get inside and we can get that done. Yeah, Philip, go ahead.
Abu, I wanted to say that this is for the people who are already have a party designation. If they want to change their party, and I don't know how many Republicans we are changing to Democrat and then let them signing for you. But for the new registration, I think there is no timeline. For new registration, anybody can register anytime to vote, and they can put down their name to be.
Yes, they can vote anytime, but to sign the your designating petition, your limit is 14th of February. Unless you are registered before that, and it will be difficult. Of course, if you are registering for Democrat, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I will double check that.
Dr. Huq, can I talk to you?
Yes, yeah. The Rabbi Bhai, yes, please.
We
are already on 308, 303 time-wise. So, we said up we are closing by 3 o'clock. But as you see, maybe some people already logging off. But yes, you can go ahead. I have Mezbawai here to sum up of the many of the things that he, from his experience, he's going to say definitely few things. So Rabbi Bhai, yes, you want to say something, please go ahead.
Well, I was listening very carefully, you and your son, but let me bring it to front. First thing first. You guys are talking second thing first. Listen very carefully. What do you need now? I thought I was planning to tell you different things and advice on the face-to-face meeting, but I feel now few things I can tell you. First thing first means to become a qualifying candidate, what you need to do, you need to collect the signature. This is the first things. To collect the signature, you need to find out who are the volunteers. This is a part of the process. Second, who are the people communicate and control this whole process. So you need to form a steering committee or controlling committee or election monitoring committee, whatever the way you like or name it. Third, you need a geographical layout. Where is your constituency located? Fourth, based on the geographical area, the people you have already collected as a volunteer who are willing to participate or going out to the field, collect this signature voluntarily. So you need to figure it out, make a graph. These people will go for this zip code, these people will go for this zip code. Fifth, once you collect all the election, all the papers by getting the signature at your place where the control room is located, someone has to be assigned, he or she, to go into the website, verify the voting rights and everything. Then you can go rest of the things. This, whatever I'm saying now, as far as my understanding election process in this country, I have a little bit experiences, even though I was not a candidate during last 37 years here in this country, but I know the process. So I guess we need to sit face to face to get all the job out in smoothly. Another friend of this Zoom meeting saying the agenda can be set little bit later. If you are not qualifying candidate, so agenda is meaningless at this moment. We all know the agenda. There is no personal agenda. Once you run under the banner of the political party, your agenda is limited. In addition, we may say a lot of things. Finally, if you win, you can do nothing other than the boundary, within the boundary of the party line. Anyway, thanks all. And as far as thank you to listen me. Thank you.
Thank you, Rabi Bhai. I think your points are well taken. We definitely, are thinking about these steps and the priorities and all that. Obviously, we will try to get as
You're muted. Huq Bhai, you're muted.
Yeah, Huq Bhai, we can hear you.
Can you unmute?
Yeah, I see. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Muted. Anyway, what I'm saying, we were supposed to have a physical meeting today, but because of the weather, we changed it and made it virtual. But otherwise, we were trying to, sit together and make the planning and see who all are available to volunteer their time and put into different committees, maybe today. But because the weather didn't allow us to do it, we are a little behind. Also, we are little in waiting to get things from Albany. And as I said, hopefully before Friday, we are going to get that problem solved now. So we know whether Beshur Masjid or whether, Ahmadiyya Masjid is in the constituency in number 2 or, going towards number 1 or 3 or somewhere. So once we solve that problem, by Friday we will be back to areas in all the different mosques and all the different volunteers with all the copies, with the necessary copy of the voter list, so that they can start working on it. And as you remember, we have up until March 1st to prepare to put all the things together. Not that we have done everything already in the meantime. No. We are busy doing a lot of groundwork are going on behind it. But at the same time, what we are saying is by Friday, once we know the voter list, we know the zip codes, we will print out the copies of the voter list, and volunteers will have them in their hand, and they can start working with their neighborhood, with the voters right there, in the mosques, in the churches, in the synagogue, in the club, in the school, everywhere, and wherever our people are able to reach, and all we will need the signatures. Inshallah, we will get that by Friday. If not, I'm more than sure this week they are going to get done. The latest, the next Monday. I don't think they are going to take it that far, because there's some constitutional binding on them that by when they have to do it. 21st of February is the day they have to officially publish it. 21st of February is the official day in political calendar in the Albany. There is the binding that they must do it. Otherwise, it will be a failure of the government itself. They will not do it. They said they are going to get it done by 72 hours, which is expiring right today is within their 72 hours. Hopefully Monday morning, Monday they will have that meeting, or Tuesday, day after tomorrow, they will have that meeting. And by Wednesday, we will get to come to know who are the voters, what zip code, and everybody will know their district. So there, once again, I will get, invite Ms. Babai to say the last, the time is already 1:15 close to. So I will request Ms. Babai, because he has all that experience and he's the one who is going to guide us and lead us. And I'm going to just follow his direction, basically. And most of us, you know him, and we all will be happy to work with him. I will hand over to Ms. Babai. Please, Ms. Babai, take your turn and please say something.
Philip, you want to say something? Dr. Philip, I think he was trying to interrupt you. Is he there?
Yes.
Philip?
Yeah, sorry about that. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. No, I was trying to say, like, I think everybody has my phone number, or at least Abu's phone number. So if you guys can, if everybody can identify and send the phone numbers of 1 or 2 volunteers from within their own circles who are willing to help out and go to the ground, please text that to Abba. And I thank Rabbi Uncle for this very important point. We want to build up this list of volunteers as soon as we can, so that we can, we can talk to them what exactly need to be doing on the ground. So please, everybody, if whoever can identify 1 or 2 supporters, volunteers who will help out with you in this campaign, actually willing to go to the ground and do this work, please send us their contact information to Abu, and so that we can talk to them and make the volunteer list. Thank you.
Okay. So now I'm going to say a few words. I start with this. Dr. Philip, at this meeting, any Zoom meeting or face-to-face meeting, there is no Abba and there is no son. It will be Dr. Huq, the candidate, and Dr. Philip Huq, the volunteer.
Yes,
so,
correct.
Inshallah, please, next time. Okay, now, there is no doubt about that. By Philip participating as a young doctor with his dad's campaign, it only indicates to us this family is ready. As a candidate, Dr. Huq is ready. He's the most qualified candidate in my 37 years that I have seen among us running for a position. So definitely we should be very bold about it, very proud, very loud about it. Wherever we go, this is what we should do now on. It is not only that primary is coming and then there will be November election. So definitely the main thing we all define that June primary is the most important part of the election. You must be there to be there and to win. So this is where our works comes. Now, it is not that I will lead. All of us will lead together, because if we are together, we cannot win this. Even if I alone cannot do it, Dr. Huq, Dr. Philip cannot do it, we all. If we feel that this is a campaign that we choose to do, nobody gave it to us, we choose to do, definitely we must follow how to win. Power, nobody gives it to you. You have to take it. Victory, nobody will give you. You have to work very hard for it. So in that regard, I think it is not that we come to the meeting and within an hour, I think Dr. Muzibul Huq mentioned 4 times already that time is off. We are very close. I think in this process, time is the most essential part, the most important part. When you do start something, you must finish it with a conclusion, with a substance, with the impact. So we have to think today's meeting, what we discussed and what we gathered and what we are going to take to the next meeting. So definitely, Dr. Philip mentioned a few times, if you know anybody, your acquaintances within the district, send their name, 2, 3 names. I think if you can send, you should send 10, 20, 30, whatever you know. But one important part that you guys have discussed in between, that February 14 is the party affiliation must be changed. It is true. Don't feel otherwise. Those who moved out of New York City to Long Island, it is my belief and understanding and experience that those who vote, most of them are Republican affiliated. Most means I'm not taking 99%. I'm saying at least 60% of those who votes in primary election is Republican. So definitely talking about this before and until February 14th, those whom you know is a must. We should do that because we cannot change the affiliation. They cannot vote in the primary. If they cannot vote in the primary, it will be that much difficult to win such a thing. So that is what I think we all should talk about. If you have 5 friends, talk to those 5 friends. Don't feel bad. Should I ask him, is he a Democrat or is he a Republican? Please ask. You never know. You may be a Democrat. Your son might be a Republican, or your son might be a Democrat. You might be a Republican, and it is happening. I see that, and people has a tendency to, when they move out, that is the way they feel. Whatever the reason beyond that, especially those who are of Indian descent, they are, I think, 80% are Republican if they are living in Long Island. So this is an important area. Now, so our work has begun today. I think you guys started a long time ago, but those who started before and those who are starting today, every day, at the end of the day, 24 hours a day, before you go to bed, you have to think yourself what you have done for this campaign. If you found that, oh, today I could not do anything, so then definitely escalate your work for tomorrow. Tomorrow night when you go to bed, before you think how much you have done. This is where your winning depends. It is not, we can be, always everybody is selfish. That is how it is, human being. But those who want to be a volunteer for a campaign like this must be center of everybody else. So in other words, I'll be looking to you, at you, for you, so that you can guide me. You do the same with me to see how I do, how much I do, how much I achieve for this campaign. As I mentioned, that winning depends on the volunteers. Winning depends on the supporters. Winning depends, I think one of the brothers mentioned before, I wanted to see his picture, not because he's a beautiful man. I wanted to see the way he was speaking. Those are important words. Yes, you have to have a vision, you have to have a mission. And I think also Rabbi Bhai mentioned that, yes, this is the process. You don't have to have all those vision today in front of us. What you need to do, you're planning. And that planning has been mentioned a few times, that how you will get those 1250 signatures. And these signatures are the key to be qualifying for the primary. So very important. So with that note, I'm going to conclude here by saying, I am going to ask you to ask yourself what you have done for this campaign for tonight, from tonight. And every night you do that, you will see that we have come a long way, a far way, close to the victory. And this election is winnable. I just will conclude by saying one more minute, is this. I am by profession, I am an actuary. Actuary makes on an average $1 million outside. But because I did not have a green card, so city sponsored me for a green card to be there actually. I joined accordingly and they got my green card. And unfortunately, I got stuck there. And since then I stayed there. But within 12 years, I organized, and in 2000, June 12, I became the president of my union. After I got the union in 2000, I was released from the city, and every 3 years I run an election. If I am winning, which I do, it is my 8th term, I am serving 22 years. And if I lose, I will go back to my job because my pension and everything depends there. What I am mentioning this, if I can do coming at age 29, not speaking well English, when I join sometime, another person has to translate when I ask a question. The previous president of my union at the union meeting, somebody has to tell him what I say, then he will answer. Now, as you know, now I am the treasurer for all 65 unions of the New York City, and I am managing it. Why? Because it is the organizing. It is with whom I saw, I met, I bring them with me. So you all are the leader of the leaders. You are not here because you don't like to do it. You wanted to do it. You wanted someone like Dr. Huq to be elected. So your work is also defined. You don't have to look what I have to do. You do the same thing. Bring people with you. Talk to people. When you go to grocery shop, I think very soon Dr. Huq has a business card, vote Dr. Huq for Congress. I think we all should carry that. Don't take it otherwise. I do farm card distribution in every election. I used to live in Parkchester, Bronx, where I was the president from 1994 to 2004. I changed Parkchester, in fact. So, but anyway, when I moved Jamaica, every election now, in primary and in November, I work in Jamaica, Hillside Avenue, with palm card. Even my friends from Bangladesh origin will say, this guy is getting $15 an hour. That is why he's distributing this. And I know that is not why I do this. I do this because I thought we can win. And we are winning. With you or without you, Dr. Huq can win. But with you, with us, winning is the best we can do for all of us combined. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you for a nice speech.
Okay, but I think we can finish it now.
Yes, I think, yeah. Right, so who else would like to say something?
Abu, I think for today, I think everybody, we set a time and we over about half an hour. But we will touch base with everybody as soon as we get the voter list. The district done hopefully in the next 24 to 72 hours, and then we'll talk more. Please, as I said, keep sending us the names of the volunteers. I agree with Mr. Mahfouz about this excellent idea about the cards distributing, etc., and we will make some available to you very shortly. Thank you very much, everybody, for participating, Abu. Dr. Huq. We wish the best for you.
Thank you.
And let's.
Yeah.
Before we leave, when is the next meeting?
Dr. Ahmed, the next meeting we are thinking about 2 weeks from today. We are trying to get a physical meeting, as I said in the text message, that our next meeting should be, because we are hoping by this time we will have our voter list. We will know, who are on the field, and we will be able to form the team. So next Friday, Sunday the 13th. Sunday the 13th, we have we planned this meeting. Today's meeting was supposed to be on Parsons Boulevard, 84-47. That is probably the address in Parsons Boulevard. The Halal Diner. That's not a big diner, but we thought that we will have a small, compact meeting there, and we will be able to spend some time from 1 to 4 o'clock. That is what we have decided. We have already been supposed to be there right today. Just we have postponed it because of the weather. as
1
you said.
p.m.
So
1
yes,
p.m. Sunday.
1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Parsons Boulevard Halal Diner, and the date is 13th of
February
February.
13th. February 13th.
Near Osra. Near Osra Halal Gusaris.
Oh, near the Halal Gusari, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Poshra Halal Gusari.
Yes, Poshra Halal Gusari, yes. Okay, so can we then finish it today now? For now, anybody
Yes.
else?
Okay.
Muzibai, Advocate Muzibur Rahman, Muzibai, you didn't say anything. You are not. You are muted, Muzibai. You need to unmute yourself. Yeah,
Okay,
you're
now
right.
the bottom line is actually we have to focus more to organize a group. So on February 13th, it's very important. We can bring as many people we can, and we can talk directly what we can do, what is what is my part, and what I can do for you. That will be our focus, not other thing. And whatever Rabbi Bhai say, the first thing is first. Now we have to focus how we can get the 2,000 signatures. That all we have to think right now.
Correct.
So no, not on any other second part. The first part is now come all together on February 13th, and we do our input as best we can, and to collect the signature. Thank you again. Thank you. That's all we want now.
Thank you.
All right. So thanks everybody. Thank you all so much. And I know everybody's time is valuable, and but thank God we all are at least sitting at our home and not going outside. And be careful. The weather is very bad, so take care of yourself. Please, right? Be safe and